this video today, I'm actually going to watch on my tablet one of Jaclyn Hill's videos. She's basically just, it's one of those, it's called Spilling the Tea While Doing My Makeup, featuring Armed and Gorgeous palette. And with this being on pause, this is somewhat the look that she's doing. And because of the fact that I have not, this is the only palette I have not got to try yet. There were complaints and everything about how the palettes worked out. All of mine so far has been fine. This is the only one that I have not got to try, and this one came directly from the Morphe website. And judging by how everything came out, I think it's fine. So if you want to see how I did this look, please keep watching. And then also throughout the video, please excuse how I sound, or if you hear my kids yelling and playing in the background. I actually have a cold and I can't stop sneezing, so there's a lot of times in this video that I'm probably gonna pause it so I can sneeze. And the fact you can hear that I'm like stuffy. And then also what I did is, like, you can probably tell that I'm like sweating right now with this bright light in front of me. I turned the air conditioner off in my room because it was so loud. I didn't want you to hear that in the background, and I'm pretty sure when I first start applying, you'll see, or you'll hear it for a second when I first forgot to turn it off, because I do my intro last on my videos when everything's all done. So if you want to see how I did this look and how it turned out for me, I will say mine's a little bit different than how hers turned out, only because I was guessing some of the colors. But please keep watching if you would like to see how I have the video on my tablet next to me, and this is what I'm gonna kind of follow. It's a little tricky though, because she's doing a lot of talking and not so much of the showing of the palette that she's going to use. The shade Access, which is that pretty yellow color that everybody seemed to be so hyped about. And I'm going to use this crown brush, and it's just like a fluffy one, and she's putting that all into her crease area. I already have my eyes primed as well with the Instant Age Rewind by it's Maybelline, and I use the color Light Pale. I have that all over my eyelid all the way up to my brow bone, and this just helps make the colors pop a lot better. So with this, I'm just keeping it mostly focused into my crease, and because of the size of the brush, it's going to make it go a little bit above and as well as a little bit below. I'm going to take this corner to corner with this. I'm not going fully into the corner yet. I need to check and see if that's as far as she went with it as well. So next, I actually didn't catch what color she grabbed, but it's one of the orangey ones, so I'm gonna either try this one here, Agent, or the one down here called Secure, and then I'm gonna use another one of those crown brushes. This one's just a little more flat and a little more like focused into one area, so I can really press that into my crease. And I'm just gonna focus that right into the crease. And like I said, this is just sitting mostly onto the eyelid, but right up into the crease area. And I'm just going to keep blending it, going back and forth with this, just to make sure it's nice and even and blended out all the way. For the eyelid part, it sounded like she was spraying her brush with like a Fix Plus or something to make the shadow pop a little bit more, especially since you're layering on other shadows. I'm using this crown brush. It looks just like the last one that I used, except it is a lot more on the flat side, more for that cut crease type of style. She doesn't fully do like a cut crease here, like it somewhat is a cut crease, but it's not super focused on it. She's just really going in with it, and it looks like she's using the shade Guilt Trip. She doesn't fully say when she goes to add it on, so I'm just totally guessing. With this brush, I'm just dabbing it on, I'm just tapping it on into this area, trying to cover the area that I left open and also come over into the corner, but I'm still leaving quite a bit of that orange to be shown right here. I might touch that up later as well, because I just went in here really fast with the brush. And I'm going to take the yellow one first, which is the shade Access, that under my lower lash line. So I'm going to go ahead and add this green shade down here. I'm assuming is what she used. She doesn't show everything in this video, so I'm just really guessing a lot of it. And this one does come off pretty well, so I'm going to do it very, very light, just so I don't mess it up, me being me. And I see her in the video as she's talking, she is just straight applying this green to the lower, right on top of the yellow that was used before. At this point, it looks like she's putting on some sort of a highlighter, It does look really bright, like it could be this one here, and she's only putting it in the arch. I'm going to try this white one that's in the palette, but I'm going to do it very, very light because it really does come off a lot. I'm using this pencil brush, and what she's showing in the video as she's doing it, she's just adding it right here into the arch of her eyebrow and just bringing it over. I did not put a lot on there at all. I'm just going to drag it lightly this way without it looking like I have it going all the way into that direction, because right now you see it just stops. I'm just going to take a tiny bit and kind of blend this way a little bit with it. And then I'm going to do the same to after this. If I would have just watched it a little more, she did use VIP for above the eyebrow, and she also mixed it with a shade from her old Jaclyn Hill palette, like the original one. And then what she does next is she says she takes VIP and then she takes the guilt trip right there in the middle and mixes them together. I'm going to use that little pencil brush that I always use on the inner corner of my eye, and that's what she did. She popped it right here in the center, but I used guilt trip all the way over, so I'm just going to use a lot more of the VIP, which is the white shade, in the inner corner. If I would have known ahead of time, I would have used probably the coin, which that was my second guess of what she was using in this, but it still works out. So I'm just topping that little area on the corner off with the VIP. That seems to make it pop quite a bit more. I'm gonna have to fix my eyeliner in that eye. She mixes both of those colors, puts them in the inner corner. So this is the final look. She actually used a blue liner on her waterline. I just stuck with the MAC Eye Kohl and Smolder. After this point in the video, she's finishing off different areas of the face. She's adding her blush. I know she used Peaches by MAC, which is what I always use as a blush. So basically this is what everything looks like finished. I know that I used a different color on my lid than what she did because I was just guessing. So mine isn't going to look completely like hers in the video. I am still happy with everything, how it turned out. The difference is, of course, if you put some eyelashes on, it's going to make everything look a lot better and a little more done up. So, but like I said, I'm not going to do lashes today. Here is it a little more on the close-up side, but overall I like the palette. I'm not dissatisfied with it at all. The shades went on perfectly fine. The new brushes I used, I went in using these brushes not knowing how these were gonna perform, and everything seemed to work out fine. I had no complaints about this whatsoever. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe. Leave a comment on what you do like, what you didn't like, what you think the shade is that she might have used in there instead of the one that I used on top or over the whole eyelid. But thank you for watching, and hope you like how it looks.